Welcome back to Daybreak. Of course, it's Christmas Eve, but if you didn't know, it's also National Eggnog Day. And Heather Tallman, who you know from Indie Style, is with us from Indiana Grown this morning. Thank you so much for coming in.
Hey, no problem.
You are helping us celebrate National Eggnog Day and learn a few things because confession, I love eggnog. Grew up having it around the holidays, but have never made it.
Yeah.
And I've been a little intimidated to do so.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people are, and I think the step that really intimidates people is adding fresh eggs to warm milk. I think they worry that they might scramble them.
Yes.
That could happen. You just have to whisk it really fast.
Okay, so I imagine this is a longer process than it is the 3-minute segment we're going to have, but you kind of did some things ahead of time.
I did. I went ahead and made a batch ahead of time just so you could see, but this is pretty simple. You're warming milk on the stove, not boiling it, but just bringing it to a simmer. And then you have 3 egg yolks, not the whites, not the whole egg, but just the yolk.
Oh, okay.
So you just separate it really easy in the shell. And then as you're whisking really fast, you put in 1 yolk and you whisk it in, and you make sure that gets kind of incorporated and it doesn't scramble. And then you add the other ones. And what this is doing is creating a custard. So if you like vanilla ice cream or any kind of ice cream that's like a vanilla-based ice cream, then I think you'll really like eggnog.
Good
stuff. So that's really it.
That's it.
Yeah, and the last step is I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla. Now, if you have a clear vanilla, it will keep your eggnog looking more like milk, like this whole milk here. I'm using just a standard traditional vanilla, so it adds a little bit of that gold color to it. And so once you've whisked in your yolks, that cooks them, but then incorporates it into the milk.
So we don't have to worry about salmonella and concerns like that with raw eggs.
Yeah, so there are a lot of people who at this point like to drink it warm. In my house, I will take it off the heat, I'll pour it into a pitcher and let it cool so that later I can put it out and people can ladle it out as they want. They can have it the next day, but usually my recipe only lasts about a day.
Okay,
so that's pretty good.
That is good. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
This is not as hard as I thought it would be.
It really isn't.
Honestly.
It's one of those recipes that's not much of a recipe. So it's you know, you're warming milk, you're cooking the yolk in there, you're adding a little bit of white sugar. I've never made it with a sugar substitute, I should say, so I've never made it with like a Splenda or even maple syrup. But it's just milk and sugar and eggs, and then you finish it off with a little bit of nutmeg and cinnamon at the top. And that's why this has always been a popular drink. Most people had these ingredients in their homes.
And what I like too, you being from Indiana Grown, is that we can do this with local products as well.
Absolutely. So I bought this milk and these eggs at the grocery store. If you don't want to make eggnog, there are really great ideas at the grocery store that our local Dean's makes an eggnog, Prairie Farms, and also Traders Point as well. They make an eggnog. So it's easy.
Awesome. Heather, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm going to have to try this now on my own because it's not as hard.
Yeah.
What do you think, Marcus?
Give me.